Japan, experiencing the freedom of walking to most places my whole life. Florida. A gorgeous place, Istanbul, Turkey. And oh my God, when I say my mind was blown, luxury is a byproduct in Dubai. Life is just convenient. And Bali was beautiful. Then comes Pakistan. Having a castle-like home, the best country is... When my husband presented the idea to leave America after we had just built a home, I thought he has to be kidding me. I thought this guy is just playing with the idea and I'm never gonna listen to him because like, why would I leave a life that I've built? I'm so comfortable. I've just given birth. My life is so good right now and there's no way I'll let this happen. But little did I know, listening to him would be the best decision I would ever make. Here's what happened. But wait, let's backtrack a little bit. My background. I grew up in Japan, experiencing the freedom of walking to most places my whole life. Then I moved to the United States at the age of 21. Not fully knowing who I was, but I definitely connected with the freedom of many things that you get in the US. After moving to the US, I felt this emptiness inside me. There's always a void. The only time I felt alive was when we traveled. Right before the pandemic happened, we moved to Florida. A gorgeous place, but still very unwalkable. We had our second baby, we built a home, we furnished that home, when suddenly Mr. Husband came up with this crazy idea to travel around the world, explore new countries while he works remotely. And I don't know how, but he pushed the right buttons in me, basically convinced me to go out and explore this new life, give our girls exposure to different ways of living. So there we were. We embarked on a journey to Istanbul, Turkey. And oh my God, when I say my mind was blown, I mean it. We got into this beautiful apartment that was accessible. I had a grocery store downstairs. I had a nice gym downstairs with private Pilates classes for only $25 per session. And there was a day I vividly remember when I connected with my inner child. I was walking alone to the grocery store and it started to rain and I went back to the time I was 12. Nothing to worry, carefree, wearing what I want, being able to walk to places, crisp breeze through my hair. I had nothing to worry about. In that moment, I realized that this is exactly what I've been craving this whole time. And I wouldn't have realized this until I got out of my comfort zone like no other. So I encourage you to go explore yourself. Take that leap to explore the next destination that you've been waiting to explore and do anything it takes. Moving from Japan to the United States was also not my first choice, but I was young and I was wrong. I learned a lot when I went to the US. I had two beautiful children. I learned to be independent and I learned a lot about human relationships. Let's take a little break. After Turkey, our next destination to explore was Dubai. My husband has always wanted to live here once. Luxury is a byproduct in Dubai. You have maids to clean your place, endless choice of restaurants to eat from, and life is just convenient. I think personally, I like having season changes, which is pretty hard to get here. It's too dry and no nature. Next stop was Bali, and Bali was beautiful. There was tranquility, there was peace, even more freedom than anything. This is the time when I hired a nanny for the first time that stuck with us the whole time. Her name was Rai. I learned and achieved a lot in Bali, especially thanks to Rai. For the first time in my life, I had the drive to do something on my own, to have something that I can call my work. Until this point, I've been blessed to be supported by my husband, but I just had this feeling of being the best example for my daughters. And this is when I had the headspace to plan and take actions towards my goals and be the best examples for my daughters. And this is when I acquired my first paid work out of US, being in Bali. But basically it all comes down to just going in the industry that you grew up in or just you saw your father doing your whole life. So you have a lot of specific knowledge that not many people have. And I can definitely make another video if you leave a comment down below. After Bali, I decided to go to Japan for family matter. My family still lives there. Japan was just comfortable comfortable, warm hugs, cozy fields. I love Japanese winters. I explored a lot, saw a lot of things. It's a beautiful country for my soul because I grew up there. It's a place where I'm comfortable just going and visiting for months at a time, but never see myself living there unless I figure out a way to hedge against taxes. Taxes that they have for the residents is crazy. If it wasn't for the taxes, I would be sitting in Japan right now. Then comes Pakistan. Having a castle-like home, decorating it with the vibe that I was going for. Having literally 7 full-time employees, a cleaner, a cook, a masseuse/hairstylist, 2 nannies, a driver, and a gardener on staff, literally waiting for me to give them orders. And even after all the luxuries of this world, I wasn't happy. I've been called many things, that I'm being a princess for wanting to live in a country that I feel at home. And some even saying that I'm too lucky to even have the ability to keep hopping countries like this. But I believe that I always influenced and created my luck by being open to change. And this is why I believe everyone can choose to live wherever they want as long as they embrace change. I'm a busy city girl. We're thinking like Tokyo, London, New York, LA maybe. I just couldn't live that slow life. So I decided to move once again back to Dubai. After 3 whole months in Dubai, I still can't see myself here. From here onwards, we have other plans, which can be left for the next video. If you are in a position where you feel lost or trapped, I encourage you to do anything it takes to give yourself that experience that you longed for. The best country is where you feel at home, where your inner child feels free, a place where you can be you and nobody judges. That is the best place to live. You have the power to decide where you choose to live in this world. So if you liked this video, what are you even doing? Like, subscribe down below. Do you see that we're like so close to 1,000? Like, how would I know if you even like my video if you don't like or comment? Like, I think I appreciate a comment more than a subscriber because I actually get to see what you guys are feeling. Like, leave a comment down below. Onegai shimasu. Bye-bye.